Hi. I am back. Definitely not doing well in the 2 weeks, but I'm back. Today is Saturday. It is July 18th, 2020. Coming to you from San Francisco in the middle of our weird summer. Well, we just have weird weather all the time, so. Welcome back to those of you. I'm sorry, this is just my normal craziness. Welcome back to those of you who have subscribed or just wander through from time to time. And hi to those of you who are watching for the first time. Good to see you. So today, let's talk about what I'm drinking. It looks like water. Is it water? It's not water. These are a big hit for the park going crowd here in the city. Got a glare because I'm still trying to figure out how to use this light. So not a sponsor because I wouldn't really recommend it. Sorry, it's not terrible, but it's White Claw. This one is Black Cherry. It is a 5% alcohol beverage. I think the reason I don't love it is the same reason people might get mad. I do not love LaCroix and those other similar drinks because I don't like things that are barely flavored. Ooh, shake it. I kind of either like it to be no flavor or flavor, and these are just barely flavored and not a fan. So it's not that the things taste bad, it's just I kind of want it to have more of a black cherry punch. Punch me in the face with that taste. So anyway, that was a ramble about alcohol. Oh, hi Mich Stitch, are you watching? I'm drinking actual alcohol. I'm glad that your liar is working out for you this month. Also, does it seem strange to you? I feel like it's almost like a double entendre. The name of their brand is Lyre, which, you know, I think is L-Y-R-E, which is in reference to a bird, but it also sounds like liar, L-I-A-R. You should ask them about that. I feel like that would be interesting if that was on purpose, because that was the first thing I thought of when you talked about it on your video. So anyway, so much digression. I guess that's just the way of things. Before we get to the crafty stuff, I want to complain to you about how much my back hurts. I did something to my shoulder in March. I did nothing. It just started like a little knot in there, and that progressed up to the top of my shoulder. And now when I lay on my back, my arm goes numb. So that's fun. So if I do weird stuff with my shoulder, that's why, because I'm trying to like work out whatever weird thing I have done. So I guess I pinched a nerve or something because it gets all weird and tingly and not fun. In other news, I flew to West Virginia. Got back a week ago. I went because my family needed me to go. It was very uncomfortable for me. Though people were mostly everybody wore a mask on the plane with varying degrees of nose coverage. But I made it there and back. I did have a really good visit with my family. It's the first time I've seen them since December, so that was super nice. So came back, got a COVID test. I'm negative, so bonus for that. I did not contract COVID while I was traveling on a plane back and forth. I wasn't so much worried about their house, but being in a completely full flight back and forth across the country was a little disconcerting. So, your mileage may vary. it worked. I'm not sure how soon I'll be doing that again. Yeah, so we're actually going to go up north. We're leaving tomorrow morning, and we're basically just gonna stay in a hotel for a week because we both just need a change of scenery. Yeah, my husband, I think he's taken 1 day off of work since we went into shelter in place in mid-March. People that are better than I know how many days. I don't want to count the days. I don't even, that makes me crazy. It makes it, I'm okay with the shelter in place, but if I start counting the days, that doesn't work for me. No. So, we're going up for a week. Kind of thinking like maybe I'll take some videos and maybe put something on here, but I've never really edited multiple things together, so maybe it'll be labeled as such so you won't get tricked into watching it if you're only here for the crafting. So, all right, speaking of crafting, let's talk about my whips. All right, I have one of my goals for July, which these goals will not be completed. Let me read those real quick. My goals for July were to finish the mountain socks, which that's a whip. I'll show you that. These will definitely get done this month. So I think last time I was still working on this one. Sock the first. I mean, why would I get a sock blocker, people? I have sock blockers. I'll show you when they're done. Or maybe not, but that's the first one. Because I'm now realizing that my finished pair of socks that I have sitting next to me, also not on sock blockers. Because I forgot I had them till just now. This second one, I have gone through the heel and now I'm going up the leg. So I'm hoping this week while we were just hanging out casual, I'll be able to get this done. And that will be a sock done. So, and information about any of this, about the yarn, it's mustache sock yarn. I'll have that in the show notes below. But those are really cute. So that's one thing that was on my list for July that I wanted to complete, because I'm going to attempt to get one pair of socks done a month because I have all the sock yarn in the world. Another one of my goals, which it's not hard and fast, but I have been trying to stitch on Princess Elliana at least like 30 minutes a day. I'm varying degrees of success, but it's a nice way for me to just kind of keep going with this and setting it for just 30 minutes. A lot of times I stitch longer, so it just gets me kind of sit down and work on this because I like her. All right, I took her out of the hoop because I got a fancy new hoop that I need to show you. Does that work? Can you see? You know I'm not putting a piece of paper behind that. So that's where I am, and Shelley, thank you for pointing out the awkwardness of how I described how I stitched last time. I totally laughed out loud when you when I read that comment. So here I am. I feel like I need to stand up. See, this is actually harder to show not in a hoop. I use my chin. You wouldn't have known that if I hadn't said anything. Oh no, there, see, chin. So yep, I'm still working this way. I'm sort of finishing up this flower, and then that will be like that whole section done. Just gonna keep moving in this direction. What do you think about that? That was a hilarious observation, and it was a true observation. So I bought this hoop. Okay, I don't remember the brand. Again, this will be below. It's kind of a pricey hoop, but I really like it. I did the twill tape. I did a little wrappity wrap. This is working a lot better than the Q-snap for me because I had the giant Q-snap because I was trying to have all this area open. And I mostly just stitch in one section. I don't know why I think I need a Q-snap that's this big. So this is working a lot nicer. It's nice and lightweight. I haven't stitched with a hoop in a billion years. So it's kind of fun. My other things that I had on my list for July, one was to sew that first set of quilt blocks. Since I was gone like the first week of July and I'm gonna be gone another week, I just don't know if I'm gonna get the sewing machine out. So, and oh hey, did you hear the news? Craftsy, aka Blueprint, I think is now being back to rebranded as Craftsy. They got bought by another company, so yeah. So that like imminent disaster of losing the videos, I believe, is over. But that doesn't mean that I don't need to get a quilt from 2016 done. I just need to do it. The other thing was to finish that Just Nan, I always say it wrong, Summer Mouse. That thing I showed you last time. I didn't get it out because I have not touched it. I wanted to finish stitching the roll part. So I'm gonna take it with me this week, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna take me that long to finish, but it's just fiddly. I find it annoying. But you know, at least I didn't buy the whole set, so there's that. It will be cute when it's done though. So I am looking forward to having the little mouse and the little roll done. And the last thing I had for this month that I am positive will not get done is I was gonna FFO one of the, you guys, my notes are kind of ephemeral, like I sort of write stuff because I know what I'm talking about. It was the kitchen, the 4 seasons of the kitchen. Summer House Stitch Works and another designer, they did 2 each. Again, that'll be listed below. Look for kitchen for cross stitch. Because I'll go ahead and list what it is. I bought kits from Inspired Needle. I don't know that the kits are still available, but I'm assuming at some point that the charts will be put out to everyone. But that is definitely something. I want to try my hand at lacing, and that's a perfect project because I really don't need to put anything on the back because it'll be, anyway, no one will ever see the back. So I can just lace it, make it look cute on the front, and kind of get that under my belt. I'm a little worried about doing that, but I think it'll be fine. Trying new things is sometimes scary, but you know. So that was what I was supposed to be doing for July. And then I had already written some things down for August, so some of the July things going to move down, so maybe I need to start like reworking for some stuff, but since you won't see me until August, definitely. Still gonna try to touch Princess Elliana every day. That is definitely on my list. I'm going to pull out my little Fragments in Time. I don't have those here. The 2020 version, because Shelley said that we might be able to do the world's longest stitch along. Does that sound, as I stutter over my words, does that sound fun, y'all? It's my West Virginia coming out. You can probably hear it anyway. So yeah, I really like those. Initially I was going to do them as pillows, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm just gonna have those little pillows in a bowl somewhere. Like, I just don't know if that really works for me, and my style. So now I'm contemplating just doing them all on one piece of fabric. But I did order the call for, and I didn't love it. So if anybody has any ideas of what color, like a fabric that they would use, I don't want something super mottled, but something that's kind of tonal is fine, or just one color. I just feel like the brown is, I don't even know what color it is. And I feel like I've said this before, probably have. Maybe I want something a little more modern, but I don't know what that means. The fabric is sort of a brown. I want to say, no, I think that's a different one. I think it's just sort of a brownish fabric. I'm just not super prim. I keep thinking something that's almost like a parchment, like not yellow, but does this make sense? Anyway, discussion for another time. And then I have a shawl that I've had complete for 2 years that has 11 billion ends, and I need to weave those ends in. There's a tongue twister. And that was set for August, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. I will update you on my craft goals. I love these. Let's see. Craft goals. So we'll see how that works out. All right. That was a work in progress tangent. So I've shown you the socks, I've shown you Elliana, and oh, and for the trip, this wasn't on the list, but I still started anyway. Once I finish those socks, I'm gonna start working on this. And I know I'm gonna finish the socks on that trip. So I do not have a picture for you of the finished object, but God, I'm the worst at this today. I think it's called the Girls from the Grocery Store, but it's a Hohi Locatelli pattern. Links below. Just say that every time. Believe it's Lichen and Lace is the yarn. Yeah. Lichen and Lace. And I think the pink is Clover and the gray is Soot. So I basically just got this little, and here's my waffle stitch marker. Look at the little waffle. So I just got it started so that I'm not fooling around with needle sizes and stuff while we're gone, which means I don't need to bring a whole set of crazy needles and less to pack. So I'm excited about this. Here's my little start. It's super cute. I just have to stay strong and finish the sock first because, you know, shiny. No matter what kind of crafting you're doing, the ooh shiny is strong, super strong. All right, so let's move on to haul. Not a lot. A couple things. My Hue Loco Backyard Chicken Club. This is the July, so I'm assuming everyone that has ordered this has received it by now. If not, look away. This one's a little different. I think the other ones, well, the June one was sock yarn with some minis, which I will be using for socks because, like I said, all the sock yarn. This one is different. This one is, I'm not gonna show it to you yet. So this one is called Ain't No Spring Chicken, and it has Surrey silk lace. There's like a skein of that, and then there's a skein of her Southwest Merino cashmere nylon, and that's the fingering weight. But she did them together. I'm trying to see the best way. Yeah, so this is the fingering sock yarn, and then this is the lace weight that has mohair in it. Oh, I'm so excited about this. So, because I'm a crazy person, I actually was able to snag another skein of this. Yesterday, there were 5 left. So if you like this, it might be, she does overflow several weeks after this is sent out. So any extras she has, she puts them on her website. And I'm gonna knit a shawl with this. I can't think of the name of it right now, but there's a really lovely shawl, but you need 2 skeins of sock yarn and 2 skeins of this lace. So I'm excited about that. So that's a coming soon start, but after the grocery girls. Because I'm trying to be better about just starting new things and then not finishing them. I guess that's my 2020 goal. Let's get through. So even if I start something new, I just want to continue with it to finish. So I'm not mad about starting new things, but I don't want to start them and then put them aside and start something and put that, like, I just can't continue like that. It's too much, too much. Another knitting thing, this is for my mom. I've been knitting her dishcloths. So I bought 4 more skeins of this, the sugar and cream. I think this is Azalea. So I'll be knocking some of these out because she wants like really big ones, and they're actually nice. She wants them to be, they're like big rectangles to hold soup. You know, like when you get soup out of the microwave and it's hot, or just something like that. They're really great because then you can take them over the couch and you've kind of got a little napkin-y thing made out of cotton, and your hands aren't burned off by the super crazy hot bowl. So that'll be something. I'm maybe thinking about trying to knock one of those out a month, because I still have some of the yellow and white yarn that she liked as well. But she just wants regular size ones with that. So we'll see. It's another little thing to add to the list. All right, cross stitchers. I think I might have lost my mind a little. Let me see if I can do this. I might knock some things down. Okay. I also stitch with scroll rods, depending on the project, and what I had decided with Princess Elliana is that I'm gonna stitch her with a hoop, but when it gets time to start putting the all the beads and stuff on, I don't like using the hoop. I know people do, but I get really freaked out about breaking them. So that I especially want to do on scroll rods, but that fabric is super wide, really wide. So I bought some new scroll rods, and they are 30 inches. Look, this is, there, look, 30 inches of scroll rod. So yeah, I'm like, look, I measured, I knew how big they would be, but I think actually having them and realizing like, I'm gonna have to somehow hold this thing. Though, I did order a, words are elusive today. I did order one of those, it's Dubco is the brand, D-U-B-K-O, from Russia or Eastern Europe. I can't remember exactly where they're based out of. But one of the, like the lap stands. I've never had a lap stand, and I just felt like some of these scroll rods that I have, like trying to attach it to the thing and get it to be, so I thought I would try this out. It's been mailed. It's been sitting in a Russian post office since July 6th. And I just kind of refresh it every day, checking to see. It's just hanging out casual. So maybe someday I'll get it. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. Oh, and again, another aside, Crazy Pants. We are looking at a new home. Oh, hey, is it shelter in place? Let's look for a new house. So I'm just hoping it gets here. Nothing is imminent, but it's been sitting there for so long that I'm actually concerned that it might sit there for so long that we find a house, close on a house, which is like 30 days, and move, and it's still sitting in that post office in Russia. So, who knows? Hopefully I'll get it eventually. So yeah, so those were things that I purchased. I do have some finishes. Not a lot, but something. Socks. Yeah, I have sock blockers, people. I need to remember to use these. So these are Socks That Rock. Vintage. I think this was from yarn I got in 2008. Maybe 2009, but maybe 2008. So these are done. They're cute, right? So, yeah, these are like house socks because they're so thick I can't wear them in shoes, but I do like wearing these around the house because I have cold feet. And the wool feels nice even though it can get like warm, but I still like having the wool socks. So, ta-da, look, proof. 2 socks. So, see if I can keep that up. I will show you a preview of the socks I'm gonna start in August, because I can. These are, look, see, I keep, This is how I know. This is the 2009. This was shipment number 4. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So like an August shipment. And so this is back when we got paper patterns and dyer's notes. And this pattern is called In Season. I guess I can take this off now. Oh, there's a better picture on the back. Oh, sorry, the glare. So that's, I'm gonna knit these. That picture does not do this. Look how bright. That picture does not show how bright these are. So this is the yarn. So you'll be seeing these in August. And for anybody that is interested in Socks That Rock, I have currently 3 skeins of, I'm gonna call them vintage Sock Club yarn. The kits, the patterns that came with them and everything. I just need to get rid of some of them. I mean, I've held on to them for so long, and some of them, you know, I don't love as much as others. So go check my Ravelry, Finding Judy. If you can open Ravelry. I'm not even going to get into all that mess, but hopefully you can access it. If not, put a note below and I'll send you pictures. So that, I think that might be it, you guys. I will say I did not forget about the giveaway from last time, but nobody seemed to want it, so that's fine. I will just save it for another time, and I will try to come up with something else to give away that might be more enticing. So tell your friends, sign up, subscribe. I'll do better giveaways. It'll be great. So anyway, but I think that's it. Thank you for spending time with me. I really do enjoy doing this, even though I don't do it as often as I probably should. And if any of my family is watching, if you made it to the end, hello. All right, cheers to White Claw, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.